to my channel. So as you all saw, the topic of the video is what kind of makeup do guys like? This is very controversial. See, now normally when I am with my friends, so I have a lot of friends who are guys. This is the makeup look that I've worn so many times, and every single time I wear this, I get so many compliments from them. I don't know what they like in this makeup look because this entire look is so effortless. I know what they do like. They don't like when your foundation and your concealer is looking like you apply too much makeup on your face. They want it very subtle and very, soft looking. So yeah, I thought why not share this with you guys out there, because I know most of you girls struggle with makeup, and when you go overboard or when you go wrong, like guys do normally comment, what have you worn on your face, just remove it and stuff like that. So yeah, I thought why not help you girls out there with makeup, and you can do this on an everyday basis and you won't take that much time as well. So yeah, if you all want to know what kind of makeup do guys like, please keep watching. Hi guys, so let's get started. Now what I basically like to do is, whenever I am applying makeup, the moment I apply too much, like the entire foundation concealer routine, it just looks like I've applied makeup. So what I basically like to do is on an everyday basis, I do not usually everyday apply foundation. I either apply a concealer or I apply a foundation, any one of the two. So what I basically like to do is cover all the discoloration on my face that is under my eyes. Like covering my under eyes is a must, otherwise you just look very sleepy and sad, like you've not gotten any rest. So that is the main thing that I like to do in my entire base, that is cover my under eye dark circles, a little bit spots here and there, and a little bit around here where I feel there is a little bit of discoloration. So this is not the perfect foundation or concealer routine. This is just how normally guys like it, because they like your skin to look healthy and more on the natural side. They do not like that foundation caked up on the face. So I try and keep it minimal, like literally minimal with the base. And your eyes are the main part. They do not like too much going on my, normally when I apply makeup, whenever I apply a matte look, that is the most I get compliments on. Basically when there is shimmer on your eyelids, they feel that there is makeup. So that is the reason I like my eyeshadows also to be very matte. So yeah, I'm just gonna stop blabbing and first let's get into the base, and then we'll talk through how I go about my entire routine. So for foundation or for concealer, I apply either of those. So what I like to do is either take this foundation. Now this is the Revlon ColorStay makeup combination and oily skin. This is in the shade warm golden, and this is one shade lighter than me, and so is the concealer right here. So since we are not applying any foundation, I like that areas to be a little bit brighter, not too bright, a little bit brighter, so that you can get that dimension in your face. So I'm going to start with the Revlon ColorStay foundation itself. I'm not going to be using my dark shade tape concealer because I know it is very difficult to find in India. So I'm just going to stick to this foundation, which you can easily get in the market, and I'm telling you guys, I love this foundation. It stays all day long and it looks so perfectly natural. You get different kinds of finish for this, like you get for dry skin tone as well, combination, and oily skin tone as well. They have different variants in this, so you all can go look out for what you want. So I'm just gonna take one pump and see how much I exactly need. Now sometimes I need more than a pump, sometimes I don't need a pump as well. It depends on how my face is looking on that day. I'm just gonna apply this under my eyes very generously. And I'm just going to apply it with my fingers first, because this is just going to warm up the product a little bit. So yeah, I like to even cover my eyelids because that is the region where it is very dark, and I'm just applying it very generously. So do not worry if you feel like you applied a lot of product under your eyes. Everything is going to get soaked up by your beauty blender. So yeah, I like using my beauty blender, or sometimes when I'm in a hurry, I use a brush, a flat top brush. I'll just show you in a minute what I like to use. I just take my beauty blender. This is my YBB beauty blender. It is a little dirty because I've just used it yesterday. Or what I like to use is a brush like so, which has a flat top. So, it can buff your foundation or concealer that you applied very well. But today I'm going to be using my beauty blender because this gives me a very natural finish. And trust me guys, this kind of makeup looks very flattering and it looks so effortless but yet so healthy and, you know, put together. During my college days, I used to do this all the time. Like, I never used to have time to do my makeup. I used to just conceal under my eyes and wherever I had spots on my face and just leave the house. So I just like to cover this area because I do not want it to look very like different. And just slightly whatever is left on my beauty blender, I'm just gonna stamp it around the mouth area and then just drag the same thing near my forehead. So this is going to apply like the least amount of product on your face and it's going to look very natural and you're not at all going to feel heavy on your face like you're wearing a lot of makeup. And then whatever is left, I actually do not have much left on my hand, so I'm just going to take a little bit of it, same foundation, like a little bit, and just try and cover my spots. And here also I do not want a full coverage, it's just that a hint of coverage there. And with the butt of my beauty blender, I'm just gonna like blend it out all over. So it has covered it a little bit, but not too much. It just looks like skin, it does not look like you've applied makeup. I'm gonna be doing that on the other side as well, wherever I have a little bit of spots. By just stamping this beauty blender all over your face multiple amounts of time, this is just going to soak up all the excess product on your face and add a little bit of more hydration. I'm just going to set everything now. You all can use anything you have. Now I have two options for you. I have this, my loose powder, and then I have this NYX contour kit where it has all the compact shades that you can set with. I am going to be using my trusty Bennye luxury powder and set everything that I've applied on my face. And trust me guys, I've been using this technique for like years and years now, and every single time I do this, I have gotten compliments from my friends, so many of them, and most of them being guys. Now next I'm going to move on to my eyebrows. Now for my eyebrows, I usually like to go bold, but sometimes when I want to do my eyebrows naturally, I like to take a very dark powder which matches my eyebrow color, and this is going to be very quick to do, very easy, very quick to do. So what I like to do is take such a kind of a color which has those dark black notes in it, but still it is on the dark brown side. So I start from right here. I do not go all the way to the start of my eyebrow. First I like to, you know, place the product that I've just picked up near the center where I want it to be the most full, and then gradually drag it in my front portion because that is where your eyebrows are very light, and then flick it up upwards in the direction of your hair growing. So once again, here you do not need to be very precise. If you have excess powder settling here, you can clean it up with a concealer. Then just shaping the above region of my eyebrow. You want to make sure that you have a very light hand and you go with small strokes. So now let's move on to our eyes. The eyes are going to be very simple. All I'm going to be doing is using two matte brown eyeshadows, one being a lighter color and one being a darker color. So I am going to be using this, the Nubian by Juvia's Place palette. You all can use any palette that have a brown and like dark brown and a light brown shade. I personally love this palette because it's so very easy to work with. In case you want to know from where I got it, I'm going to be leaving that in the description box below in case you are interested. So yeah, I'm just going to take two shades from this, and the two shades that I'm going to be taking is this color right here and this color right here. That is it for the eyeshadow. This brush from Pac is the 032 brush. I absolutely love this brush, by the way. It is so very easy to work with when you're applying your eyeshadow with this brush. So I'm just going to take that lighter brown shade and apply it right in my crease region. So again, you do not have to be very precise. Just try and stay in the transition and the crease area, not below it. and try and shape it a little bit near the corners. Not very perfect, but try and like stay inside this eyebrow arch, not arch, the end of the eyebrow basically, and just drag this color inside. And apply your eyeshadow in windshield wiper motions and try and blend it as well as possible. Even if you go a little lower than your crease, that is not a problem, because we are just going to place a darker eyeshadow there and just blend it out. I'm just going to take any flat brush. This brush, I have no idea, but I think this brush was very cheap, around 130-140 rupees, and you get this on Amazon. In case you're interested, I'll link that also in the bottom bar. And I'm just going to take the dark brown shade that I showed you all earlier and apply it right all over my eyelids. And just try and blend it as I'm applying. And again, try and be right here, not beyond that, otherwise it's just going to look very sloppy. That is it that you gotta do, and your eyeshadow is almost done. And whatever is left on your brush now, just drag it downwards a little bit, not too much of it, like just a little bit, so that you know it looks like you have a little bit of dimension under your eyes as well. And then all you gotta do is take your same transition brush. I do not have any other product, like I've not picked up any home product. I'm just using the same brush and just blending out the edges of that eyeshadow that we just applied. I'm going to be applying mascara now, and for mascara I'm using this Essence Get Big Lashes Volume Curl Mascara. I absolutely love this mascara, by the way. See, instantly it just gives you a lift to your face once you've applied mascara. Just look at the difference in the eye. So now that our eyes are done, we are going to move on to the rest of our face, and today I'm going to be using this my NYX highlight and contour palette. This is a very handy palette to have. You get everything that you need in this palette. So I'm just going to take my Pac 330 contouring brush and this shade right here, and very lightly contour my cheekbones as well. So you do not want to go very heavy on your contouring. You can go a little heavy on your bronzing, but try and keep your contour as subtle as possible. So I'm going to just do that. So as you can see, I have like literally very less amount of product, and I'm just blending it out. Do not forget to blend your contour in the upward region. Y'all can skip contouring, by the way. Y'all can just skip to bronzing and applying blusher if you want. I like to give a little bit of shape to my face, so I am gonna do that because I feel like my face is very round, so it needs a little bit of, you know, chiseling out. And then I'm just brushing it off on my nose. As you all know, I like to define my lines, not like shape them, just define them and, you know, make them more prominent. And then with my bronzing brush, that is the Pac 342 brush, I'm just gonna take, oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, this is the contour shade that I use, and this is the bronzing shade that I'm going to be using right now, and bronze up my face. As you all can see, it's pigmented, and lightly just dust it off above the contour lines that we created, by the way. So again, I'm taking very little amount of this product and dusting it all over my forehead. So for blusher today, I'm going to be using this Miss Claire blusher in the shade 35. Now this is a corally color, and I'm going to be using a very tiny amount of it. Like, I just want my cheeks to look like it has a natural flush, so I'm literally dipping it once, that's it, and applying it right at the apples of my cheeks. Apply it at the apples of your cheeks and drag it downwards towards your bronzing area. So then I just like to take my stippling brush or any powder brush that you have and just blend it out. So this makes everything look very, very natural and skin-like. As you can see, I have a very subtle hint of everything that I've applied. Why the hell is my hair going in my mouth? Anyway, and then you're gonna apply highlighter. Now again, highlighter is personal preference. If you all want that natural looking glow, you all can apply a very subtle highlight, or if you all want that blinding highlight, you all can apply a blinding highlight. Highlighter basically just makes your skin glow. That is what guys basically like. So yeah, you can go all out with your highlighter. So what I like to do is, I'm gonna be taking this Pac Eyeshadow in the shade PP04. Now this is a beautiful highlight for all over your face, like not all over your face, like the highest points of your cheeks, the brow bone region, your inner corner, your cupid's bow, your nose. I love this as a highlighter. With my highlighting brush, now I like to use this Pro Art 176F brush. Now this is basically a blusher brush, but this works wonders for highlighter when you're applying it right at the tops of your cheekbones, because this angle just fits on your highest points of your cheeks. So what I like to do is like take like 2-3 dabs right here and apply it right at the highest points of my cheeks. So as you all can see, this is a very beautiful looking highlight. This is not like very blinding, but it looks like a healthy, natural glow. And then also do not forget to blend your highlight, otherwise it's just gonna look very like chalky. And then again, with my beauty blender, I like to stamp this on it so that, you know, it looks like a very natural glow from within. So I'm just going to take the same brush and a little bit of that highlight and highlight the tops of my nose. Now this gives a very beautiful lift to your nose. Now why I like applying my highlighter on my cupid's bow is, when you apply your lipstick, your lips look way more powdered and way more juicier. So that is what I like to do. So I'm also going to be applying the same highlighter in my inner corners as well. But for that, I'm using my ring finger and applying it in my inner corner. So for our lips today, now let me tell you something about lips. Guys do not like a bold lip. Secondly, they do not like a glossy lip. I think the reason behind not liking a glossy lip is because if some guy tries to kiss you, they do not like that sticky feeling that you have on your lips. I don't know what it is, but yeah, they do prefer matte lipsticks over glossy lips. So yeah, I have a few options. Now they do not like bold lipsticks. Reds, dark browns, dark vampy colors. No, they like a nude lipstick. That is a plus because we girls love our nude lipstick. So that is not a problem for us. So for today, for lips today, I'm going to be using this NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Cans. This is a beautiful pinky nude color. I absolutely love this lipstick. So yeah, and it's super comfortable to wear as well. So now that our entire face is done, the most important step after this is to set your makeup. Now I like using my Gerard Slay All Day setting spray. Now what a setting spray does basically is makes your entire makeup one second, what is wrong with me? Sink into your face, and it looks much more glowy, much more natural. Now, if you all do not have a setting spray, what you all can do is go and buy rose water and spritz it on your face. Or what you can do is take your water in a tube or in a bottle like this, which has a spray in it, and spritz it on your face. Now, what this basically is going to do is add in hydration, and that is going to make the skin look more healthy and more glowy. So this is a very important step. So I am going to be using my Slay All Day setting spray and spritz it all over my face. So yeah, that's it for this tutorial. And yeah, this is how guys normally like makeup. They want it to be very subtle, very skin-like, and very, you know, enhancing your few features, but not too much, not too over the board. Like, look at my eyebrows, it's so very simple and so very natural looking. My eyes are again very soft, so basically they like a very soft makeup. Now you all can switch up your eyes a little bit by applying a little bit of eyeliner as well. That is not an issue. So I hope you understood what guys basically like a girl looking like. Yeah, I know this was a very like sexist comment, but yeah, anyway, this is what they like. And if you're going on a date and if you want to impress them, stuff like that, you all can do this makeup look that I've taught you all. and let me know if it helps in the comments below. And yeah, I'm just gonna stop blabbing now. That's it for this video, and I think I'm gonna be seeing you all in my next video very soon. And yeah, in case you like the tutorial that I did, this makeup look that I did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up to this video and also subscribe to my channel. So yeah, that's it for this video, and I'm gonna be seeing you all in my next one very soon. Until then, bye.